Yeah, I was gonna take a 3-day weekend, but I couldn't do it, guys. I couldn't stop thinking about the suffering people all over the world, and they're not getting a day off from suffering. So they close the library on Sunday, so I'll give myself Sunday off by forced day off. But hell, if they open the library on Sunday, I'd walk down here and help y'all out again on Sunday too. I'll give myself a rest and some peace of mind and a day off when we end this bullshit of extortion-based insanity, or I'm dead. So we'll do it that way. I'll try the best that I can. If I have to censor my internet sites to get a job here, once I get a job, we'll go back to full bore on the internet sites, and by then probably I might be able to afford a small laptop and get some wireless internet, so we'll have even more access, and we'll be able to analyze and talk about some stuff in briefer moments, and I won't have to make the video feed so long. We can just do it in quick sound bites, and we can also chat online, and so that would be cool too. So we'll see what happens. But I don't think it would be real cool. I mean, it'd be real cool if we did this as an actual human being that was recognized as a human being that tries to help save the world and was respected and regarded for the talents and abilities that he shares to try to save the planet from insanity. But I don't know how quick that's going to happen, because we have a lot of insane people that think they run the place, and their math skills really suck. And so, and they really do. Well, we're going to talk real quick here about, we're going to talk about quite a few things. But let's talk about the evolution of the Homo sapien. The evolution of the Homo sapien, you know, the protocol design type people think that there's like some head type Homo sapien evolved type peoples that have come from the Jewish tribe that are meant to rule us all and be like the head mind leader type peoples, like the head of the Murlocs on the time machine and shit. And it's a really archaic way of thinking, you know, that you have this like it's almost like thinking like operating like ants or bees, you know, with the queen bee and the queen ant, and this is a lower evolved life form than a human being. It's obvious as far as certain things. It doesn't destroy the world and stuff like that, but the human being has better manipulative qualities to make the world a better world for us than an ant does or a bee. Bees are their main principal components of the backbone of life and life on the planet. They're very important species to have around, especially the bee. They're pollinators and ants too. You know, they help keep a circulation going in the planet. I mean, they're highly essential species, and a human being that would be highly evolved would understand this and make a world functional for the other species, because they're highly essential building blocks for species in general. So therefore, the manipulation of other species, in a sense, because it's out of control and out of dominance and out of form of self-worship of this Homo sapien, is highly irrational. And the mathematical Homo sapien, like myself and others, and Jesus and Muhammad and Haile Selassie and other people, is we have this mathematical skill to do things in a logical sequence that are in a loving, intelligent, character, honor-filled sequence that keep great balance and harmony in the universe. Now, you could look at that disturbance in the universe that happened. They were either they either screwed up 2,000 years ahead of us, or were ahead of us in the fact that they had found their Messiah at a certain time, jettisoned that part, and fulfilled their own book of Revelation, and got there quicker than we did against their devils, or maybe their devils, their demons, their Satan, decided to blow up and technologically advance and blow up there and expand their universe at a quicker rate than we did. So going up galaxy far, far away, people are blowing up planets or doing stupid shit, and they did the same thing. So these people maybe found a way to take a vortex to another part of the galaxy to find a life with a planet that's similar to their similar Earth, and go have a life of sacrifice somewhere else and learn to evolve in a fashion that's not so fucking psychopath like we're trying to do. So there's a numerous amount of different alternatives and alternate universes and understanding of what could be happening across the galaxy and what's happening in these quote expansions in the universe and stuff like that. So you can go all sci-fi for you can waste all your time doing it instead of trying to live in balance, save your planet from your own stupidity, and make love to the girl that's with you, that loves you, and wants to help save the planet with you. So you guys can waste your time all sitting around thinking about what could be, what should be, how it all does happen, and stuff like that. I can do some of that with you, but I will not waste all my time doing that. Not when there's beautiful women to be appreciated, admired, and made love to, when there's dancing to do, when there's football games to go to, and when there's baseball games to go to. and when there's just things to do that are really make life really fun. Kids to enjoy, kids to watch play games. I'm getting older, so I want to watch, you know, so I get a job here, which it looks like I'm going in that direction. I can't wait to get Aggie tickets, man. I got the names. I saw the one when I was downstairs at the Resource Center. They had the poster up, and it's on the poster, it's George Callender, holy cow, now my brain is farting. Brian Bonilla, Devontae Wallace. I know I'm going to forget somebody now. I had them all remembered. Valoran, and I can't say your name, dog. It's Umakiz. It's a hard name to say. Valoran. He's a good offensive lineman. I'm not sure. He's from Texas. Are you from El Paso? Or Devontae? I can't remember where Devontae Wallace is from, man. But they're good, really good offensive linemen. They have some really good, talented offensive linemen coming back with a lot of experience. Trayshawn Nixon. I didn't forget you. Number 2. It's one of my favorite numbers. Number 2. And so, Trayshawn Nixon, Davis Casares. Those are your safeties. Yeah, Darian Johnson was the number 4 that I saw. I knew it looked different. It looked a little more compact than Austin, but Austin Franklin is also on the poster. He's not on the one with the short ad in the paper. And so number 4 on defense is Darian Johnson. Number 4 on offense is Austin Franklin. And then also there was Jeremy Morrison, a good, steady, straight north and south type of little juke in his Jeremy Morrison, good running back. And then they also have a kid named Brandon Betancourt from Mayfield that they say that they can incorporate in the offense and have a, kind of like a thunder and lightning kind of thing in the backfield thing. They're excited about that. I am too. And when you went to practice and if you watched Trayvon Colwell play some football, you saw that he was a very talented individual that could really make an impact in college football, playing college football spread offenses and things, the kind that Coach Martin's talking about putting in. So Doug's excited. He thinks, man, we could have a possibility if the NCAA is not complete assholes of us. We're competing in our schedule and maybe coming close to winning, maybe at the very least close to half of our games. They can compete like that, and they can. And he's right. And he looked at it and said, theoretically we can, but that's all dependent on the NCAA, and if they clear the field and make it literal competitive where we can actually compete without being manipulated by mind control bullshit and shit that they do, and they do it, man, to make money, generate revenue, use the gambling agencies. They do, guys. You're just going to have to get your brain wrapped around it. There's not really any pure results like we used to have back in the day. We didn't even have them back in the day. Say it ain't so, Joe. Shoeless Joe Jackson, the White Sox, through the series for the gambling syndicates. I mean, we've had this problem since before now. They just have technologically advanced it. Okay, those kids on that roster, just like the roster that Tony Samuel's rosters, yeah, they could compete with just about anybody they played except for injury. Came in and kind of decimated them on certain things. But Dwayne Walker's club, when I first came back to town, and you watched them practice, and then you looked at their schedule, and then you checked the bench presses and the 40 times on all the teams that they were playing, and they could have very theoretically, and it was probable, and they understood it with the way they competed, finished anywhere from like to 8-5 or 9-4 on that schedule, or even better. About the only team they really didn't have a shot about competing with physically toe-to-toe, it was not BYU, it was Georgia, and everybody knows that. Georgia, shit. You have 6'6", 240-pound tight ends that can run a 4.5 40. I mean, you're just like, fuck. How do you try to stop that as a safety when you're 6 feet tall and a $195 and you're running? Maybe it's really difficult. And the way that Benjamin Bradley played against those guys, I mean, he really just showed you what he was made out of. And I'm sure the guys on Georgia after the game were like, damn, you got some balls, man. You really can get out there and play when you decide to do it, man. Good game. We kicked your ass, but you didn't ever give up. And they didn't. Dwayne Walker's teams were like that. I mean, you could be kicking their ass sideways, and they would still get out there and play. And then by the time what they did to him on his last year, I mean, it was criminal. Because those kids are talented. They can compete with UT San Antonio and all the teams that were on their roster and South and Texas State and all that. They could compete with them better than what they were able to, just because they were just deflated because the NCAA was punishing them. And if you want, it was more than just the NCAA. It was like a banker punishment, because he couldn't work in the NCAA after that, but then he did find some decent people in the NFL, and so they exiled him to Florida. But we'll be all right. We'll get through things. No matter how life works, you have to see through the bullshit and see the evil in it. And I didn't realize how evil the people were I was working with or against, and that they can be working with you but working against you at the same time because they have preset agendas, because they're not really rational. And I didn't understand this because I'm a highly functioning, rational, logic-based thinking Homo sapien that thinks with great love. And I just react logically, like Guru said. And so I'm a very logical, functioning, loving human being that's really highly evolved. I'm an evolved analytical. I explain this to you guys. That's those guys evangelicals. It's a misnomer on expression of translations and stuff. It's an angel is an analytical, and an evangelical is an evolved analytical, and that's me, and that's Jesus, and it's David, and it's John, and it's Haile Selassie, and it's Bob Marley, and a lot of traits and stuff like that go genetically through Jennifer Lopez. A lot of you people thought she's more of this different kind of. We're a human species, okay? And the human species has different kind of The Homo sapiens. If you looked at them and stuff, we all developed in different kinds of ways because of our selective breeding. And a lot of our elitist breeding, sometimes it went into things where we came out probably not as quite as physically attractive because we stunted our physical attractiveness because we thought we were so elite intellectually. And it showed it in a physical evolutionary state. And then we became violent against one another. It was a combination of things. It's not just these people were good looking and more talented athletically and ran us off and made us feel bad. It's both sides are sinners, man, and both sides have their faults with their arrogance. I'm smarter than you. I'm faster than you. I'm sexier than you. I got a bigger dick than you. I mean, it's just the picking apart and the comparison, contrast, and the competition just doesn't stop until you just realize, dude, that's cool. I'm glad Shaq's 7 foot whatever he is and as big as he is, and he's fun to watch in the boat. And I'm glad Isaiah Thomas is like he is, and I'm glad Mike's like he is. I don't want to be like Mike. I like being like Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. I like being 6 feet tall. I like being. I prefer being about $185 because it's healthier for me. I like being me. I like my intelligence. I like my attractiveness. I like my averageness. I like, if I didn't have other people, if we were all 6 feet tall and average like Ralph, I mean, this world would be fucking boring. Very fucking boring. So it's nice having the differences in the comparison and contrast. And some women are into a guy like me and some women ain't. And I can live with that, man. I'm perfectly okay with that. Just don't go compare me to everybody in town, screw everybody in town, and tell me back my penis is smaller than a lot of the guys in town. I'm like, I already know that. Yeah, at least Lawson told me that. He said, you're a fucking whore. And he doesn't say stuff like that lightly. And he rarely speaks that way, especially about women. But you're just going to have to understand this woman is not very nice, and she needs to evolve into a better person. So you need to tear her down and then pick her back up and build her back up into the woman that she can be, and not the one that she was formed into by people that were evil. Because of the evil of evolution is because it's built on insecurities and competition and cruelty. And so it's cruelty that built this stuff up, and that's what he would express to me, and that's what he gets across to me. We do speak a lot spiritually, and he does it. When he doesn't say a lot, but when he says it, he says a lot with what few words he says, and it's very meaningful, it's very amazing, and it's just, you've rarely talked to an individual in your life like Haile Selassie. He's not a typical human being. He's very essential, and he's very amazing, a lot like Judo, and it's just wow. And I guess in certain ways Ralph has similarities to it because we're all relatively connected. I'm just a little different. I'm more the passionate party dog that starts the party, and then you guys can have different things. You're going to relate to, I've told you guys this many times, you're going to relate to Isaac different. Isaac's different. He's more like my Uncle Muhammad. Jesus and Muhammad are different. Jesus is a little bit more passionate, and he gets a little bit more fired up because he needs to. Muhammad is a little bit more cool, collected, and he sits down and then when he acts, they act very similar. It's just done in a different style and fashion. One's a winter baby and one's a summer baby. But we're a lot alike. It's really weird. We're different, but we're alike. We have the same kind of heart, but different style. And I have Shaolin Funky Monkey style, and he has Shaolin Crane style. I'm just kidding around, but you know what I mean. It's just like that. Just being silly. Shut up, Jackie. God darn it. Mr. Kung Fu fighting. But yeah, it's Jackie, stop, because you do that, and every time we get together, I start to laugh because we do silly shit. No, okay, stop. Silly stuff. Okay, stuff, mess. You get wrong. I get words wrong. I fuck up lyrics all the time. Shut up, Mr. Chan. Don't get all guru on me. I know I fuck up lyrics. I fuck up lyrics. I get it. I fuck up line. There's no line. I know, so there's no spoon. I know, so why are we talking about fucking up lyrics? Because we're making up our own, and then I get to make fun of you. I know you do, Jackie. Knock it off. God dang it, Chan. So what do I got to do? I don't want to get rid of you. No, this is fun. It's Haile Selassie. I know it's Haile Selassie. He was in the room. I know. That is so weird. I know, it's cool, isn't it? I was talking to, I don't know if I channel, like, it's just a spiritual connection thing. It's really cool, isn't it? Haile Selassie, I know, Haile Selassie. I know, I get the same way. Oh my gosh, when I woke up that one day and he was talking to me, I'm like, it's about, oh my gosh, you know who you are? You're Haile Selassie. Get your grip together, boy. You're the similitude of Jesus. You're the Messiah. Come on, pull your head out of your tuchus and get rolling. Get out of bed. Pick yourself up. See yourself as a man. Don't let that woman run you down. Get yourself together. Okay, that was Haile Selassie. He was laughing at it. Oh, when we did the Great and Powerful Oz, oh, he was beautiful. Oh, it was amazing. I'm the Great and Powerful Oz. He was making fun of us as human beings and Homo sapiens that just do stupid things that worship themselves. And we can't do it. Oh man, guys. But this was really deep and really cool. Oh, the stuff, yeah, I'll finish this one off. We'll go to the next one. Okay, thanks, Jackie. Good idea. Should start early, because some of the people you lose because they have sort of attention pants theater. You missed out on Haile Selassie and Jackie Chan, sort of attention pants theater. Oh, you missed out on the best part. It was for last. We saved best for last. Darn it, Jackie, knock it off. No, we weren't talking. Well, yeah, when he said that, we did think of Vanessa Williams, because she's extremely hot and has a great voice. No, we're not trying to make anybody jealous here. It's just, there's no competition or comparison. It's just, that should be obvious to people. Mark Anthony's extremely hot and has a great voice. Same with Enrique Iglesias and Pitbull. Oh, you don't have a great voice, and you're not as hot as them. No, you're just going to have to get over it. You just got a bigger dick, and you act more macho, and a lot of women are into that. I'm just fucking with you. That's funny. Okay, me and Chan are in trouble. I'm going to have Jackie kick your ass. Leave me alone. No, Jackie will do it. Yeah, and then they're all going to laugh. You mean that little guy kick your ass? Oh, that's funny. Okay, Jackie, we'll be back. All right, I love you too. Blessings and peace.